there, and welcome to another Fraud Watch Friday. It's November 2023. I'm John Werzer, your AARP Fraud Watch volunteer, and today we're going to talk about scams targeting active military servicemen and military veterans. But before we get started, I want to remind everyone that you can find more information on the things I'll talk about today and a host of other fraud and scam issues at www.aarp.org/fraud or Fraud Watch or Fraud Watch Network, or by calling the AARP Fraud Helpline at 877-908-3360. So Veterans Day was last weekend, and this means that you or your friends or your loved ones or your relatives were all posting pictures of themselves in military garb on Facebook so that we could all thank them for their service in the military. And that's a great thing that people do that, and thanks to all of you out there who served. But unfortunately, this also gives a heads up to scammers to show them which people out there are military veterans or military servicemen that might be a good target for some scams specifically targeting veterans. Veterans, active duty servicemen, and their families are 40% more likely to lose money to scams and schemes than their civilian counterparts. And the amount of money lost to these types of scams by veterans went up over 100% in 2022 compared to 2021, to a total of $267 million that were reported to the FTC. That doesn't count all the scams that weren't reported to the FTC. So here are some of the most common scams that target veterans. Usually these scams come in the form of disability benefit scams, imposter scams, phishing scams, or a combination of all three. We'll start with disability benefit scams. 1 in every 3 current or former military personnel have been targeted by disability benefit scams. And these are scams where someone gets in touch with you either through an ad on Facebook or over the phone or in an email, and they offer you a lump sum distribution in lieu of your military pension or your military disability benefit. They'll just give you a big chunk of money now, and then you don't have to wait for this little check to come in every month. Well, eventually they get your personal information, and then you may get no lump sum at all, or a lump sum shows up, but it's minuscule compared to the amount of money you would have ultimately received had you stayed the course. So watch out for those kinds of offers. There are also TRICARE scams out there. TRICARE is a healthcare plan for servicemen, and people posing as TRICARE representatives can try to con you into all kinds of mean, nasty, ugly things where you pay them money and you get more and more and more than all the other people get. Don't fall for it. TRICARE will not call you offering you special treatment. In addition, there are other imposter scams that veterans are susceptible to. Veterans may not always recall all the names of everyone they served with overseas. And so called out of the blue by someone who claims to have served with them in Afghanistan or Iraq or Vietnam, they may say, I don't remember this guy, but if he served with me, I should probably try to help him out. And before you know it, you're sending somebody money or gift cards, and that person didn't really know you. Ask them questions. Make them prove that they served with you. Veterans are also susceptible to the famous grandparent scam, where you'll get a call from someone who sounds like one of your grandchildren, and they're in trouble and they need money, and their car is broken down in someplace in Montana, and all they can see is a big blue sky. And if you would just send like a $200 gift card to the local Walmart, then they could get their car fixed. Well, don't do that. Don't do that. Gift cards, anytime someone asks you to send a gift card somewhere, it's a scam. There's also imposter scams out there where people will call you trying to fix your credit rating. They want to consolidate your debt. Just give them $30, and then for a low payment of $100 a month, your credit rating will be great. There are legitimate companies out there to help you fix your credit, but they're not the ones that are telemarketing you on the phone. So just hang up the phone if somebody says, have you still got that debt? Veterans are also frequent targets of romance scams, especially during the time when they're reintegrating themselves into civilian life. You've been serving overseas for months and months and months at a time, and you get back home and all your friends have made other friends and they're doing other things and they have families, and you're lonely. But romance scams online can be very tricky. Any online relationship can be tricky because these romance scammers are extremely patient. They can go on carrying on conversations with you for months at a time, sometimes years, before all of a sudden there's a crisis in their life and they need $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 sent to Europe or somewhere. Watch out for that. Asking for security deposits on veteran discounted properties. People posing as real estate agents who are giving preferential treatment to veterans to get in on the ground floor of real estate deals. It's probably a scam. If you haven't heard anything about it and somebody calls you out of the blue and has a great deal for you, especially if it's real estate, it's a scam. Charities, fake charities. If you all will remember years ago, the Seinfeld episode where George created a charity called the Human Fund. There are ways to check out which charities are valid and which are not. CharityWatch.org and CharityNavigator.org are two great places on the internet. Before you give any money to a charity you've never heard from before, go ahead and check it out online. Veterans are susceptible to charitable pleas because A, they have a regular stream of income, and that's what scammers want to see. And B, they have a sense of duty and responsibility and they want to help people. But watch out. You can always check it out. You can always give later. You don't have to give to the person on the phone. So many imposter scams. And then a lot of those imposter scams are in fact phishing scams. We all like to fish, but with a PH, a phishing scam makes you the fish and you're the one that will get caught. So phishing scams can take the form of fake government agencies. People will call you or send you emails claiming to be the VA or claiming to be the IRS or claiming to be some other veterans or government agency you've never even heard of. And ultimately, all they want to do is get your financial information. Anyone who contacts you and says you can get in on a secret government funding or loan program, those programs don't exist. The government doesn't fund programs and then keep them secret. It would be counterproductive. Veteran-friendly employment scams are another one that's out there where the advertisement will say, we are a veteran-friendly employer and we hire only veterans and you can work from home and just fill out this questionnaire. Well, the questionnaire is probably going to ask for your social security number. It may even ask for your bank information. So all this money you're going to make working from home can be direct deposited. It's a scam. That's not a way to go out and find a good job. There are veteran-friendly employers out there, but meet them in person. Charging for free military records is another scam that's been going on for quite some time. You need an updated DD Form 214, and someone is offering to take care of that for you for $50. They'll do this. These are free. You can get them from the National Archives, or you can call the VA and they'll help you get them from the National Archives. There's also something out there called the PACT Act. The PACT Act is a congressional act that allocated funds to help veterans pay for medical issues arising from being exposed to toxic chemicals and bad things in the course of their service. You can get your benefits from the PACT Act for free. Go to va.gov/PACT or call the VA and they will help you do it. You don't have to pay someone and give them money to do this for you. And even if you do, they may not do it at all. They may just take the money and run. So how do you know if you're being scammed? Well, caller ID is a good thing, but criminals often use caller ID spoofing, so don't trust it 100%. You may get a call that says it's from the VA or the IRS or a reputable charity, but ask them questions. And then don't buy anything on the phone. Then call the VA or the IRS and ask them, is this person I talked to on the phone legitimate? You don't have to do anything right away. Government agencies will not call you unsolicited and start asking you for personal financial information. The scammers may sound professional. They may claim to represent veterans organizations. They may even have some of your personal information already. But in reality, they're just trying to steal your money, your financial information, or your identity. And secret programs, there's no such thing. There's no such, it makes no sense to make a program and then make it secret. Also, anyone who asks for your credit card numbers, bank account numbers, or social security numbers on the phone is almost certainly a scammer. Hang up first and then report it to the Federal Trade Commission. So here's what you need to do. Don't answer the phone or the door if you don't know who it is. Don't even open an email if you don't know who it's from. Don't click on links in emails or texts. If you think an email or a text is something you want to look into, try to find that organization on Google, go directly to their website, get some contact information, ask them if the email or the Facebook ad or whatever is valid. Protect your information. Never share your social security number with anyone. Don't carry your social security card or spare checks in your wallet or your purse. Shred any sensitive information, mail, documents that have financial information or even just your name and phone number on it. People do go rummaging through the trash to look for people's personal information. Make copies of your credit cards to carry at home. Only carry the ones you need in your wallet. Don't carry your debit card unless you need cash. If a criminal gets your debit card, they can just go to town on your bank account. Never pay for anything with gift cards or crypto. If somebody asks you to pay for things with gift cards or crypto, it's a scam. Be suspicious of unsolicited, aggressive, misleading, or too good to be true offers. Too good to be true means too good to be true. It's self-explanatory. And don't let anyone rush you into making decisions. That's what scammers do. Gotta act now. Gotta do it now. Get you worked up, and then you make a decision that days later you would have thought you never would have made. Or call the VA. If someone is contacting you in relation to a veterans issue and you think it might be a good deal, tell them you'll call them back and then call the VA and ask about it. Or call the AARP Fraud Watch helpline at 877-908-3360, and you'll find a person there that will point you in the right direction and give you good advice. That's all I have for this month. Have a great month, everybody. And to all you veterans out there, thank you for your service. And remember, always remember, and never forget, if you can spot a scam, you can stop a scam. I'm John Moore.